So the 2025 Grammys just went down, and Kendrick Lamar decided to pull out his broom and sweep the award show. He won 5 awards for Not Like Us. This is a record for the rap song that has won the most Grammys in a single night. History was made tonight, and we're going to be talking all about it and more, speaking about our reaction to the winner for Best Rap Album and some other categories. So stay tuned until the end for all of that, and make sure to smash that subscribe button for more regular hip-hop content. Much love, guys. But yeah, man, I think that's going to be the big story with this Grammy show, is that Kendrick Lamar, you know, at first we thought he wasn't even present at this event because the first 3 awards came out: Best Rap Performance, Best Rap Song, as well as Best Music Video, and Mustard accepted all 3 of those awards.
Yes, then after that you get Record of the Year and Song of the Year, and then after that Kendrick Lamar comes on stage and he accepts the award. And like you were saying, this breaks a record. It's the rap song with the most Grammy wins for a single night. This puts him, I believe, at 22 Grammys in total for his entire career. He's still at number 3 in the all-time list, behind Jay-Z and Kanye. But it's going to be interesting to see the way that he develops his catalog, and you know, if he's going to have other nights like this at the Grammys for future albums. As far as this record and the impact, right? Looking at what it did for the community last year and the headlines and the storylines that it created within the hip-hop industry and the entire battle, what it meant for the sport of hip-hop. Now coming into this week, we're going to see what happens now next week with the Super Bowl performance. It's just, this is one of those records that's absolutely undeniable. The entire world knows it, word for word, and people were singing it at the Grammy performance. That's savage.
Bro, that was crazy to see the crowd in unison sing the A minor part of that song.
It's just savage.
It's complete savagery, and like that's what I was surprised about. Also, like they could have been very like careful and intentional about which part of the song they played as he went up to accept the award. They played the certified PDF file part of the song. Like, it was all carefully calculated, which blew my mind. And it's interesting because it makes you think about how there is bad blood between the Grammys and Drake. So it makes you think, was there maybe some influence in the relationship on what transpired? I like to believe that there wasn't, just because, in my opinion, Kendrick's deserving of every single award that he won. For Not Like Us,
5 of them, yeah, absolutely.
I think he's deserving of each and every single one. I think that it is, it's a big feat to make a rap song go that viral, become that big of a hit, and still maintain the integrity of a fine lyricist, maintain the integrity of an original earworm, you know, knocking West Coast beat. Everything that he did, we've spoken about the song a million times. This is a triumphant record that deserves all the fucking flowers, and I don't want to hear it from people in the comments saying, oh, we're over this song, it's overplayed, we're done with. It doesn't matter. If a song gets to that point, there's usually a good reason why. And I think that it's also historic because it's the first ever diss track to win a Grammy, too. Back-to-back was the first to be nominated, and now Kendrick just
takes it home.
It's unbelievable, and I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm happy that it went down the way that it did. I think that sure. He deserves it.
Well, it also speaks to hip-hop, right? Like, sometimes in these bigger categories, you know, they don't show love to hip-hop as much, but I think that it was undeniable. The influence of the record last year was crazy. And you know what? You know, shout out to both Kendrick and Drake for doing what they did last year, revitalizing the sport, bringing it to the forefront, and both of them just went at it. And out of that battle, out of that competition, both of them meeting at the finals, 2 titans, there's a record out of that battle that made it this far, and that's, you know, pushed the culture this far, and you know, makes people want to go back and even read Genius lyrics. I really appreciate that when it comes to this record and, you know, how it's kind of exploded onto the scene. Not only that, but I think that it's cool that Kendrick came out and he said that rap music will always be the best and that it will always be the most dominant. It's the culture. And you also had some advice for, you know, the younger artists that were coming up, and he was just saying, respect the art form. You see what happens when you respect the art form? Throughout that entire battle, these were war tactics that people like Nas were using, like people like, for example, like LL Cool J. Like, it's you have to be educated on the sport and you have to be educated on the genre to be able to produce those types of records. And this record is an example of that. The whole thing of, oh, well, I have to conform and like, fuck all the old heads. Like, that's not going viral. Like, this record is a perfect example of that. This stemmed out of a fucking rap battle. I mean, you couldn't have written a better story.
I know.
So what do you think happens next week?
I think what happens next week, I think that this is my prediction. It's going to be one of two things. Like, the music will be heard at the Super Bowl without a fucking doubt in my mind. That being said, I think it's one of two things. Either he gets a musical orchestra that just performs with trumpets and horns, like the instrumental to the beat as he walks out, and he doesn't actually perform the lyrics. Or number two, the song plays and he carefully leaves out the words that would get censored because it is on network TV. Like, you can't fucking say.
Yeah, but the Grammys
you can't say PDF file.
Yeah, but the thing is that, like,
the Grammys are also broadcasted on network TV. Yeah,
so
that is interesting.
Televised across the fucking country.
I don't think he performs the song word for word. I think it's either, like I was saying, he gets an orchestra to perform the music, or he makes the crowd sing it. And he doesn't do much of it.
That would be crazy.
What about you?
That
what do you think happens?
Moment. I think he's going to rip it.
You think he's going to go all the way?
I think he's going to rip it.
Full force?
But I don't think he's going to only focus on that because you only have a certain amount of time on stage,
About
right?
15 minutes.
So there's going to be other tracks that are going to be played. He's for sure
sure.
He's going to want to promote GNX, so I could see something like a TV Off, for example, being put into that set list.
Oh, yeah. All the Stars, Luther with SZA.
There you go. You're going to have those tracks that are going to ring off. But nonetheless, I think it's going to be a massive night. It was a massive night tonight for Kendrick. And, I mean, he swept at the Grammys.
But you think he's going to perform Not Like Us at Super Bowl from beginning to end? That's your prediction?
No, they never do, though. Regardless of the record, they never do it.
That's true, yeah.
But I don't think he's going to hold back. He clearly didn't tonight.
Yeah.
And that was, nationally televised entertainment. So I kind of look at next weekend and I'm looking at this whole situation. He's doing it. He's absolutely doing it. But let's talk about rap record of the year. So the best album that came out this year, they gave it to Dossii. Alligator Bites Never Heal ends up getting its flowers. It was one of the most underrated records out of last year. The post-marketing out of this album was absolutely phenomenal. They put this album into a completely different stratosphere. I think it's a great achievement for Dossii, especially this early on in her career with a mixtape winning rap album of the year at the Grammys. That is impressive. It beat out We Don't Trust You. It beat out Might Delete Later. I know that there's people that feel like those albums might deserve it, but even for our ranking lists last year, I believe like we had Alligator Bites Never Heal right next to We Don't Trust You. So either way, I think like those were the albums that should have been chosen out of what was nominated.
Yeah, when we spoke about it, this was one that I mentioned that I'd be happy if it won, and I'm super happy that it won just because it feels like we have the rise of a superstar, and this just adds to the portfolio for Dossii. It'll make her get more looks, and I think that it'll also just be a confidence booster and will push her forward to make even greater art. Now she has a challenge for her to beat a Grammy-winning rap album with her debut album that we know is coming in 2025. So I'm super stoked to hear what that album's going to sound like and if she levels up from Alligator Bites. And I will say this, it would have been cool to see We Don't Trust You by Future and Metro Boomin win as well. That's one where I'm like, yeah, bro, like that's an album that took over the airwaves. That's an album that had so many fucking bangers, so many moments from Type Shit to Like That to the title track and more. So that's one that I would have been happy with as well.
Did you see the picture?
The picture with Kendrick and all his fucking Grammys. He's holding them like he's cradling a baby right there.
That's a crazy picture.
That's an insane
and
picture.
And the jean jacket, the jeans crazy fit tonight too.
Yeah, shout out to Beyonce. I just saw that she won Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter as well. Not for me, but hey, they gave it to Beyonce instead of Taylor Swift, which doesn't always happen. So W, I guess. But back to Dossii, super deserved. Even though it's a mixtape, which I find even more impressive that a mixtape won for best rap album. I think that's the first time in history, and she's the first female to win after just Lauryn Hill and Cardi B. So historic win.
It's a major accomplishment. Not only that, but the Nile is a river is going off for her. I believe you were doing a TikTok piece, right? And you were asking me what's the most popular songs right now from these rappers. Doechii came up in conversation, and it was based on what's getting the most daily streams, and it was Denial is a River. Oh my God, it's a
storytelling song influenced by like Slick Rick. Like what?
But that's it. Like, I like this album and I like this pick because, again, it's bringing hip hop to the forefront. It's making people pay attention to the lyrics. Back in 2023, we were concerned, right? Because we were like, where is this entire genre going? People didn't give a fuck anymore. Well, clearly they do because of what's happening at the Grammys, what happened last year. You know, we're rumored for major releases this year. So I'm just pretty happy with everything that happened tonight, and it was deserving.
Absolutely. Speaking about best rap song and best rap performance, we kind of touched on that already. Kendrick Lamar won for Not Like Us on both of those. Well, what about those categories that we spoke about? Like, obviously, the Song of the Year, Record of the Year being deserved. You feel the same for these other categories?
Of course, absolutely, especially within the hip hop genre.
And then Best Melodic Rap Performance went to Rhapsody and Erykah Badu for 3 a.m. I thought this was a really dope choice to give love to someone like Rhapsody who's been putting in the work for a decade at this point. It's a beautiful record, and I think that it's cool that they went for not so much the obvious answer like they would in like previous years, where it's like the All My Lights by Lil Durk that would win, and
that song's aged like fucking milk.
I know.
And we knew off the bat, yeah, that was a crazy PR move. But regardless, looking at this year's Grammys, I feel like they're finally starting to understand, like, people don't care anymore, you know? Like, I don't care about your All My Lives and, you know, Invasion of Privacies. Get that out of here. You know, like, let's actually, like, concentrate on what's supposed to be focused on for these rap categories, and I do believe it's these moments here.
Yeah, and I'm happy that they apologized to The Weeknd, because that was really, really deserved. That was something that I feel like needed to happen for all the snubs and for
what they did with
him.
After Hours was crazy.
Yeah, it was criminal, and I think that it was cool for The Weeknd to say, fuck it, like, I might not mess with this industry or like with I guess this organization, this academy of voters, but I'm going to take this as an opportunity to promote my album. Hurry Up Tomorrow out now. Let me perform some new songs from the album. And what I'm happy about is that Hurry Up Tomorrow might actually get some Grammy noms, and it fucking deserves it.
Oh my goodness.
I want to see that win like Album of the Year. Well, it's too soon to say, but I would just love to see it get its flowers at the Grammys. So.
I get what you're saying. And I appreciate that, like, there's an excitement in the air about music again.
For sure.
Going back a couple of years, it felt like it was kind of lost and that magic was lost. But since the beginning of 2024 till now, bro, it's been boom, 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 boom. Like, it has not stopped. It feels like the music industry is back. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us know where did the Grammys get it right? Where did they get it wrong? And an original answer. Okay, I'm going to ask you this as well, okay? But this is for the comment section. Which category should they add next year? If you have to do like a fictional category for the Grammys, which one would you want to add, Lou? Same thing for you guys. Put it in the comments.
Add? That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe fucking best rap feature. That's something that I'm thinking about off the top. Yeah, that's what I would probably go with. But guys, listen, let us know in the comments, like Ant said, what's one category they should add. And if you guys do want to catch our reaction to Kendrick Lamar's halftime Super Bowl performance, make sure to stay tuned with us. Tap the notification bell and subscribe if you have not already. Way more hip-hop and music content coming your way. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.